Today we're going to talk about knives. Not just any knives, but cool knives. Let's go find out what the coolest knife in my collection is. Hello and welcome to Blade Insider. In this video, I want to talk about the coolest knife in my collection and why I think that's true. Also, I want to talk a little bit about its maker and manufacturer. Now, you may agree with me or you may not. You may have other ideas of what is a cool knife, or does it even matter if a knife is cool or not? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Also, after reviewing this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'd be surprised to know how many definitions there are for the word cool. It really is an all-purpose word. However, in the context of this video, the word means fashionable or hip. Now, I started out this video in my leather jacket. On the back of my jacket contains a skull with wings. Now, skulls with wings are universally cool in any culture. And sometimes that works with knives too. Sometimes a knife with a skull is automatically going to be cool. However, sometimes a knife with a skull means you bought it at a gas station. This video is not about gas station knives. It's about the Chaves Ultramar Redencion Street knife. Ramon Chaves owns a custom fabrication shop in Belen, New Mexico. He's been building custom knives since 2010. His knives are notable by the skull pocket clip attached to the end of each one. When Ramon builds knives, he thinks of his customers and how they put food on his table and a roof over his family's head. He wants to instill value into each knife he builds. And this is the reason he teamed up with Riat Knives. Riat is a Chinese manufacturer that builds high-quality mid-tech knives. They've been teaming up with other American designers, including Kirby Lambert and Eric Orks, to build knives at a more affordable price point. For example, Ramon Chaves' knives can go anywhere from $900 to $2,000. I purchased the Ultramar Redencion for $299. The Ultramar series is a series that Riat built for Ramon. The difference between the Ultramar Redencion and the knife that it's based off of, the 228, is that the Redencion is just a little bit smaller than its custom brother. As I stated earlier, this knife is manufactured by Riat Knives. Now when you receive your knife, it comes in this premium box. Let's take a closer look at this knife. We have a drop point blade paired with a bead blasted titanium scale, a green canvas micarta inlay, accented by silver screws, silver pivot, and dual silver thumb studs. The blade coated black with Chaves' logo on the presentation side. The spine of the knife shows significant jimping along the back of the blade and the back of the scale. We have a titanium backspace, frame lock with a replaceable lock bar. The clip is tip up, right side only. There is no liner inside the scales, and the pivot is on ball bearings. The knife opens fine and drop shut closed. When opening the knife, you have to ensure that your fingers don't come on the frame lock, otherwise it won't open. You keep your fingers off and it opens fine. When closing, the knife has a tendency to bite you unless you keep your finger out of the way. Let's run the tail of the tape on this knife. The overall length of the knife is 7.5 inches. The blade length is 3.25 inches and the blade thickness is 0.16 inches. The blade material is CPM S35VN steel. It's a drop point blade with a hollow grind. The finish on the knife is black stonewash and the handle length is 4.25 inches. The handle width is 1.125 inches and it weighs 5.65 ounces. Both the frame and the liner are titanium. Let's compare this knife with others in my collection. We'll first compare it to the Buck 110. Buck 110 has a slightly longer blade, slightly longer handle. Ontario Rat 1, again, longer blade, longer handle. Compare it to the Paramilitary 2. Paramilitary 2 has a blade length comparable to the Redencion, but the handle appears to be just a little bigger. Then we'll look at the Paramilitary number 3. The Redencion's blade is just a little larger than the Paramilitary 3, and the blade length is very comparable. Another chunky, solid feeling knife is a ZT-0562CF. The ZT has a slightly longer blade, slightly longer handle. Then we'll finish with some favorites, Spyderco Delica and the Benchmade Bug Out. Delica has a smaller blade, comparably sized handle, whereas the Bug Out has a slightly smaller blade and the size of the handle is about the same. The knife blade is S35VN steel. S35 is a newer, upgraded brother of S30V steel. It's slightly improved in ease of sharpening and toughness. Let's compare the S35 blade steel with another popular blade steel, D2. Now the S35 has a 5 out of 10 in ease of sharpening and an 8 out of 10 in edge retention. It ranks 6 for toughness and 7 in corrosion resistance. Now it either meets or exceeds in those characteristics versus the D2 steel. D2 is much harder to sharpen and ranks a 3 out of 10. It doesn't retain its edge as long as S35V steel, but has the same amount of toughness. However, it is more susceptible to corrosion. Let's take a look at how the Redencion fits inside your pocket. First, it's too big to fit in the watch pocket of your jeans. You're going to have to fit it in the main side of your jeans. However, the way that the knife is constructed, it slightly favors that edge portion of your pocket, giving you plenty of room to put other items in your pocket, such as your wallet, your keys, or your phone. Now, when you put it in your pocket, that milled clip fits nicely along your jeans and keeps the knife in place. Notice how the skull clip hangs out of your pocket. Some people like this feature of the Chaves knife. Other people stay away from the Chaves knives because of that feature. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. The knife comes easily in and out of your pocket using this milled clip. Why do I like this knife? Well, first, it has a very unique look to it. There's not another knife with that skull pocket clip. People will recognize this knife when it's in your pocket. Next, it's a very thick and substantial knife. It feels very solid in your hands. Doesn't feel like it's going to break when using it for heavy work. Third, I like the industrial look to it. The green canvas micarta with the gray titanium scales. Has a very industrial, steampunk type look to it. Now, this is the Generation 3 knife. Chaves has released through the Ultramar series Generation 4. Generation 4 has all titanium scales without the insert. It's redesigned the pocket clip somewhat and kind of evened out the end of that clip. And third, it has an M390 blade to it instead of the S35VN. The Generation 3 had a price point of $299. Generation 4 goes for either $350 or $375. $350 for the belt finish, $375 for the satin finish. Both finishes look pretty good though. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the like button and ring the bell if you'd like notifications of new content.